Good morning. Now for your daily horoscope for Friday, July 25th, 2025. Aries. Why me? You may feel like you ask yourself this question more than anyone else, Aries. Your life may seem like an intense roller coaster ride that never stops, but deep down you realize that you would have it no other way. Take a break from it all today if you can. Communicate your thoughts and feelings. By talking, you will feel much better about the situation. Taurus. Your brain may buzz like a beehive today, Taurus. That's good. There is a great deal of information to process now. Have you been thinking about buying some new electronic equipment or small appliances for your home? Now is a great time to do some research on this project before you hand over your credit card. Use today to gather facts. Gemini. Don't automatically assume that you can work out all your problems alone, Gemini. Just talking things out with others may help shed light on a situation that baffled you earlier. Enlist the help of others in areas where you need it. Don't be ashamed to ask for assistance. We all have problems and issues to deal with. You're not alone. Cancer. Get up early and working, Cancer. You have a lot of emotional and physical energy that should help you accomplish whatever you need to do. The planetary energy is on your side. Take advantage of it to say what's on your mind and get a step closer to wherever you need to be. Your active, receptive nature is prominent. You should be able to find a healthy balance between giving and receiving. Leo. Speak up today, Leo. Perhaps no one has heard your point of view in a while. More than likely, it's incredibly important for them to hear it. Just because people don't ask you for your opinion doesn't mean that it isn't valid. You have incredible insight that others don't have. Don't assume that they know what you're thinking, even though you probably know what they're thinking. Virgo. Someone has just turned on the fan and papers are flying everywhere, Virgo. The pace is picking up and you're scrambling to pick up the pieces. Stay in close communication with others today, for this will be your saving grace. You may require others' help to gather the documents that have been blown across the room. Keep an eye on things so you don't lose your place. Libra. No one is going to cater to your needs today, Libra, so get up and do things on your own. There's little sympathy from others and strong opinions are a dime of a dozen. There's a great deal of gossip buzzing around that you may need to be tempted to join. Don't enable this sort of behavior. It's only going to alienate you from others in the end. Scorpio. Listen closely to the wind, for the answers are blowing right in front of you, Scorpio. Make contact with people you haven't heard from in a while. You can be quite productive today in unexpected situations. Ironically, the less you plan, the more you will accomplish. Be spontaneous. Revelations will come to you in a flash. Sagittarius. You might be sidestepping in order to avoid a commitment today, Sagittarius. Don't keep giving someone the runaround. Be strong and let people know your thoughts even if you think their feelings will be hurt. Your job is to protect your emotions. Other people can handle their own. Be aggressive if you have to. Your sanity depends on being true to yourself. Capricorn. You're a dramatic climax in your monthly emotional cycle today, Capricorn. It's quite possible that you will erupt like a volcano. Don't be ashamed about releasing these emotions. Your feminine and masculine natures are connected and they're working harmoniously to express themselves to the fullest. Open up the gates of communication and let the stampede charge through. Aquarius. Your philanthropic side may want to come out and do good work today, Aquarius. Your default mode is to care for others. This is fine, but make sure it doesn't deplete your vital life force. The key is to offer advice and then walk away from the situation. You aren't responsible for other people's actions. Offer information, but leave the final decision up to the person you're trying to help. Pisces. Today is a terrific day, Pisces, and you can get a lot accomplished using your quick mind and sharp wit. Information is flying quickly. Grab what resonates with you and discard the rest. The more informed you are, the better equipped you will be to handle the decisions of the day. Get all the facts before you proceed. This has been your daily horoscope for Friday, July 25th, 2025. Good morning.
Good morning, it's Friday. Welcome to the weekend, guys. WTF, welcome to Friday. Maureen here is the morning show on DBS. We will go over to the news department, see what they're working with first, and then we'll come back.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polion. Former acting Comptroller of Customs and United Workers' Party candidate for Castries East, Peter Chico, is calling for urgent reform in St. Lucia's approach to crime, border control, and customs enforcement.
We have persons within newly retired police officers, experienced police officers, in the short term, bring those persons back on a short-term employment contract, 6 months, 1 year, to work, give the new officers, these officers, practical on the ground training to help them to deal with this crime.
The remarks come amid a surge in violent crime and increasing concern over how illegal firearms are entering St. Lucia. Another burst of gunfire, another community shaken. 3 men are now hospitalized after a drive-by shooting in Sarat on Wednesday evening. With about 40 homicides recorded this year, the chairman of Rise St. Lucia, Vina Sherry, is warning that without urgent psychological support for victims and communities, the nation risks remaining trapped in a deadly cycle of trauma and reprisal violence.
So if a young lady who lost her father early, didn't have the love of her dad, or her dad is in prison because he's the perpetrator of a crime, doesn't get the love, gets abused her whole life, she can't be comfortable in a relationship. When she has a boyfriend, even when he touches her, she's never. And boys go through the same thing too. We tend to think that women are the only ones who get abused and violated sexually and other ways. Men go through the same thing too. So you find those men now lashing out, trying to be tough guys because somebody molested them as a boy, and they don't want that to come out, and they have to prove that they're a gunman and they're a bad man, and they do things that they do regret.
Cherry went on to say that these experts deserve the necessary tools and a serious consideration for roles in formulating solutions to curb crime. He added that the government must embrace mental health workers, as their role in fighting crime is just as important as law enforcement and legal teams. In other news, WASCO and the Ministry of Finance have secured US $5.7 million in funding from the CARICOM Development Fund to tackle St. Lucia's long-standing water infrastructure challenges. The investment, announced yesterday, will support critical projects: the completion of the Pasias water supply project in Miku and the major rehabilitation of the Tivism water treatment plant in Castries.
The CDF initially provided loan financing of US $1.2 million for the rehabilitation of the Pasias water supply system. So the total concessional loan financing for this project now increases to almost $2 million US. So all told, together with the financing for the Tivism water treatment plant, which is a newly approved project, this brings the total of CDF's financing for water infrastructure in St. Lucia to almost US $7 million.
Together, the initiatives aim to deliver more reliable water access to over 45,000 residents island-wide, addressing outdated systems and chronic shortages that have plagued communities for years. Finally, from us this morning, a 33-year-old man is facing multiple drug charges following a routine police patrol during this week's carnival celebrations. Officers on foot patrol on Tuesday, July the 22nd, noticed suspicious behavior and intercepted the suspect, later identified as Chad Louisi. A search of his person uncovered a quantity of illegal drugs, including 138 grams of cannabis resin, 25 packets of ecstasy, and 3 packets of Molly. The Royal St. Lucia Police Forces Narcotics and Firearms Unit has since taken over the investigation. Louisi has been formally charged with 3 counts of possession of controlled drugs and 3 counts of possession with intent to supply. The investigation remains ongoing. Police say the arrest underscores their commitment to maintaining safety during larger-scale public events and cracking down on the illegal drug trade. The RSLPF is encouraging the public to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity to the nearest police station by calling the crime hotline at 555 or by using the RSLPF crime hotline app. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Thanks, Newsroom. We take a break and come right back. Caribbean, the platform, Fiona Compton is the founder, and what started off as a little curiosity thing, you understand, has grown into something remarkable where millions of people all across the globe tap into this platform on a daily basis, to stay in tune, to be abreast, to connect with each other on a historical and cultural basis. And recently, well, that work has come to the forefront because she was awarded at a major platform for the Know Your Caribbean. Know Your Caribbean, the branded or the official. What do you call it? Fiona? It's a cutlass, yeah? Know Your Caribbean, the cutlass. All right. Fiona Compton is here with us, of course, Fifi. This is like months ago I had to have this sit down with you. We finally get to do it. But I'm honored, and I think nothing happens before it's time. So I think something is happening here why we waited this long to do this interview about the recognition and the awarding that the Know Your Caribbean brand has achieved. A couple of months ago. That was how long ago, Fifi?
In April.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Congratulations. Now, what it is again? Innovation. Something?
It was a Visionary Advocate Award, and it was the award ceremony happened in Washington, and it was. I didn't expect to receive something like that, and they facilitated for me to fly up there just for me to receive the award. So it was very humbling to get something like that.
Is that the first such award you have received since you started the page?
I've received some other smaller ones, but I think that definitely this one is the biggest one. Yes. Absolutely.
Why so though? Because I think Marshall Montano's mom also received an award on that under that banner as well. So to you, why so? Is this one more vital and bigger?
So what has happened is that for me to be alongside the greats like Marshall Montano's mother, considering that she has been in the industry for decades, that in itself was very, again, humbling because she has done so much for the community. She has done so much for the society. And for me to be in the same realm as her, that in itself was like, wow. So, so the award to receive it, I'll tell you something, that award ceremony was filled with so much love. When you talk about Black women don't support each other, Caribbean women don't support each other, that is true. That's not true at all. The love that we received, all the women, all the winners who received the awards, it was the nominees and the winners, it was curated with so much care. There was other people who won awards like Puerto Rican women who do social work in some of the most deprived communities in the U.S. We're talking about Haitian women who do things who have helped young women. We're talking about Nigerian women who. So it was like it was an all-encompassing award ceremony that celebrated Black women who have done amazingly powerful things, and the love that Know Your Caribbean received. It's because a lot of times I don't see Know Your Caribbean as me. Yes. It's an entity, it's a thing, it's a community. So Know Your Caribbean is not Fiona, it's many voices. I'm just a platform that helps to facilitate that. Yeah. So sometimes it's difficult for me to receive awards or all of this recognition because I'm like, but it's not me. But people say Fiona, yes, it is. So sometimes I have to accept it.
Yeah. It is you. But I mean, at the end of the day, yes, the contribution is coming because there would have had to be content but then which one of us, the content has always been there. Yes. Who is going to get it and put it out there so that we could be elevated and we could be grounded, we could know, we could tap into who we are as a people. We could understand why it is that we're here doing what we do because of what was done in the past. So it is really you, and you need to commend yourself. She always downplay, and every time I say, Fiona, girl, you understand this platform is what it is. And she's so humble about it. And I understand the humility, but it is a big one. It is a big one. And I guess now you begin to realize how much of an impact this is having, because it's not just us. I remember Teddy Francis giving this thing, because when Alison Hines was performing here, you said you'd like to gift her some of these items, and I called them up and I said, listen, Fiona would like to gift, and they were thinking, it would have been because the soca artists is divas. So yeah,
I said, boy, they're not going to take me on. That's all.
And then when they mentioned Fiona's name, Alison Hines was like, Teddy come back and say, boy, Alison Heights, are you crazy? I would love to wear something from Fear. Yeah, because this is the impact that you have, and you're not even realizing that you're having this, and people are connecting through your platform in some really meaningful ways. So that award was very well deserving, and I think it's the first to a lot more. But what's next for the platform? Because I know you have a lot going on, and you know what? Somebody, does it get a little hectic sometimes to keep the content and keep it going?
Yes, it's very overwhelming. But Know Your Caribbean, the plans are to extend outside of Instagram, and we're already doing that. So we have a podcast that's listened to in, I think, 175 countries, and it's all about Caribbean history. So if you want to delve deeper, we have the podcast. For this year, we helped to facilitate the group from Guadeloupe, Vocum, which is a very spiritual group. And we're going to be doing more things because we did free workshops for young people to learn about the masquerade, the drumming, the history of Carnival, why we do what we do. And that's what Know Your Caribbean believes in, is to do that. So we're going to be doing more workshops, doing more in-person events. And yes, we are the #1 platform for Caribbean history and culture in the world. On a monthly basis, we can reach up to 16 million people. And okay, that's great that we have this online presence, but we want to be felt, for us to be palpable, for us to be
impactful, like
tangibly impactful, and that is the plan. So we just here to cause disruption. We're here to decolonize our minds. I am still working on decolonizing my own mind. Every single day I have to check myself in certain mindsets that I have, and we want to continue to be working with schools, educational systems, in order for us to get to remember ourselves. And that's what we're doing with Know Your Caribbean.
Fiona, you're amazing, and the platform is amazing, and we want to say congratulations again to one of many. But for persons who probably under a rock, don't feel bad. You give them the platform again. It's Know Your Caribbean on Instagram, and your website as well. You're going to work on
so it's knowyourcaribbean.com, Know Your Caribbean on Instagram, on TikTok as well, on Twitter, X, whatever you would call it, the Know Your Caribbean podcast. We're on YouTube. We try to we extend ourselves in all the different platforms, so we are very easy to access.
Wonderful. Congratulations again,
Thank
Fifi.
you again, Maureen. Thanks for having me.
Know Your Caribbean. Review time, and Tivism made their first appearance this year Carnival on the road in a very different way, but guess what? It worked. Here's the synopsis. Well, the Bacchanal is over, and we're here now because it's we could call it the aftermath, but it's now for going back to the drawing board, doing the reviews. But one thing cannot be disputed, showing, is that you guys did it.
Yes.
You wanted to, you did it, and you showed that it was possible to do, and you showed that there's room for everyone and everything.
Exactly.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
Tivism.
Maureen.
Definitely a success if you ask me. I know in your review you all will have your own little thing because you all will have to fine-tune certain things. But from a broad spectrum showing, let me just say, and this is my sentiment, and everybody that I've heard on the topic, have heard on what it is that you guys did, share my sentiments.
Yes.
What an awesome addition to the St. Lucian product.
Yes.
What a wonderful and very much welcomed invitation of keeping the presence of the cultural, historical aspect of our culture in a very fun and innovative and evolved way.
Evolved way for sure.
Certainly.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maureen. I know you've been there alongside our journey, watching what we're doing, asking questions. This has really been something that started last year. Hey, no forte put into that. You ask Fiona, she'll
Crazy
say,
people, but we love it.
Two of us mad because there's no thought. We saw something that resonated with us, something that brought joy to our hearts, and we said we want to bring that same joy to the hearts of St. Lucian people, because I've only been back 3 years, and from what I'm hearing on the ground is a lot of people turning away from Carnival, St. Lucians turning away from Carnival because of that cultural aspect, because it is evolving beautifully, growing amazingly, but we're losing something in the process. So this is what we wanted to bring back. And going to Guadeloupe and witnessing what they were doing there. Yes, Guadeloupe is a different island, and we're not trying to impose Guadeloupe's culture on St. Lucia. But the nice thing is we have the same culture. All of us are from the same background. We are the same. So trying to revive ours through them, using them to come here and just wake St. Lucians up. Yes. That was the goal, and I think we achieved it. I think we achieved it beautifully. It was not just a case of us coming and being on the road. It was a case of them coming down, training, because that's the most important thing. Our youth do not understand the culture. They do not know, because my generation, unfortunately, didn't teach it to them. So we now have to do something about that. So the whole idea is to train, teach them, show them what it is, and then put it on the road. And this year we put it on the road, and it was amazing. Some things didn't go as according to plan, but the most important thing, we did it, which was to Tewe Vaval. And we had
both in Soufrière and here, because I did Soufrière. We've got some footage. We're going to show you. Soufrière was amazing.
Yes, Soufrière was fantastic. We had the cultural exchange with the Soufrière Mass Action Theatre. We had some other drumming groups come down to witness. We had the dancers. We had the school kids. Everybody came down, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. And then we marched in the streets. We paid homage to the Negmawa and all the people that fought for us. And then we went down to the beach to Tewe Vaval. I could not have asked for anything else. And coming up on being on the road, showcasing our colors, showcasing us in the first day on the Monday, we paid homage to the Kalinagos, our ancestors, because they are part of us as well. And that was the main point, to pay homage to them, because it starts with them. And then the next day we portrayed the, not Negosiwo, it was the Mass Congo. For us, our black people who fought and survived, everything they survived for us to be here. And that was what we wanted to portray. And I think Tuesday was a bit, but we did it beautifully. The time we spent on the road was well spent. So I'm just happy.
Laid the spirit to rest.
Yes.
At the Tewe Vaval, and I saw so many young people there.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man.
Yes, it was beautiful to see. Music, and I don't know, something was just looking over us. That fire refused to catch. The rain wet up our whole bonfire. Refused to catch. I say, not today. And then the drumming started, and the fire just caught. It caught, and the young people came, everybody came, we danced, we sang that song, Tewe Vaval, that song came down, that was the theme. So I could say with my whole heart that I am very proud of what we've achieved, and it's not me and Fiona alone. We had a whole team, Kentilia, Anthony, so many people. Some sponsors came on board last minute, and we're so thankful for them, but there is a lot of work to be done still.
But we're definitely on for next year.
Honey, the portal has opened, and more bigger and better things to come. And yes, we will be on the road next year. We're already in talks.
And I think by now everybody would want to know where they could log in to keep in tune with, lead up to next year. So just put out the handles there. Do you have a social for the Mastiff?
Listen, everything's starting now. This was a trial. We say, okay, let me see if people how they will accept it. And we were pleasantly surprised. It was not surprised. I knew there were lots of people who wanted this, but the response has been amazing. So
look forward to that.
Definitely look forward to it. Look out for Tivism Carnival Band. These things are work in progress. It will be launched on social media very soon. Look out for some of the workshops we will be doing. Look out for, listen, it will be out there. We'll It started. Look out for Tivism Carnival.
The portal has opened. Yes. And I think we ended on that note. Thank you, Sharon, and congratulations
again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Suzanne, Maxine, and Shani. Let's begin. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a Bacchanal warm-up routine to Tender by Patrice Roberts. Let's begin. 3, 2, 1. With the arms.
All my property, all of my money, oh. It not mean
4,
anything
3,
if I don't have
2,
you.
back step,
'Cause
step,
you are my everything.
back,
And I'm gonna do anything. Go put that on
4,
everything. Oh,
3,
for you.
2, side to side,
If I
and
give you all my love, and would you treasure?
back step,
Would you
back.
cherish it and never let me go?
side step,
'Cause you're not gonna find someone to love you better.
back step,
If I
and
want to that for certain, I want you.
hip
Make I go
shake.
love you, ja, 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 ja. Make I
Next
go love
side.
you, tender, 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 tender.
Switch.
Make I go love you, ja, 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 ja. Make I
Next
go love
side,
you,
4,
tender, tender.
3,
Oh.
2. Now we're gonna do the hips.
My love, they
Step.
eternal,
Side to side.
eternally,
Squeeze the belly nice and tight.
I love you for eternity.
4
Oh,
more.
my love, they
4,
eternally,
3,
eternally.
2,
I love you for eternity.
1. Side
I'm
step,
from the
and
deepest ocean to show my devotion. Yeah, you know, see me
4,
open
3,
like I
2,
will love my
back
love.
step,
I
and
go
back.
all for you. You know, see me feel you.
4,
Baby, that body, they
3,
good, oh.
2, side step,
If I
and
give you all my love, and would you treasure?
back step,
Would you
and
cherish it and never let me go?
step,
'Cause you're not gonna find someone to love you better.
back step,
If
and
I want to that for certain, I want you.
hip,
Make I go love you, ja, 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 ja. Make I go
Switch.
love you, tender, 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 tender. Make I go love you, ja, 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 ja.
Switch
Make
it.
I go love you, tender, tender.
We're gonna roll those hips. 3, 2, 1. Hip, step it out. Nice and tight. Lift it up and over.
I love you for eternity.
Nice, strong
Oh,
core.
my love, the
4,
eternally,
3,
eternally.
2,
Love you for eternity.
1. Side step,
You give me plenty, plenty love.
back step,
You give me plenty, plenty love.
side step,
You give me plenty, plenty, oh. Plenty, plenty, my love.
Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize. Do have a wonderful day.
And that is our show for this Friday, guys. Definitely going out and have a safe weekend. And on Monday, the DBS Morning Show is going to be back again.